Okay, so the trailer for Alter Ego has finally dropped. Well, pre-alpha footage, at least. And so far, it is so goddamn fucking lovely, right? It looks beautiful. I would love to play it. But of course, its release, actually alpha release is in October. So for now, we can just only wait, right? So, while we're waiting, I will give you guys a bit of an insight on what the trailer holds for us, right? So, let's get started, eh? Okay, so first of all, as you have noticed, so the game has 6 objectives. At least in this match, you have 6 objectives and around 5 minutes to play. So what this basically is that, well, some people compare the game to Forsaken, but this is where it is kind of fundamentally different. So this is similar to Dead by Daylight, where you, the survivors, need to do the objectives in order to escape. Unlike Forsaken, where you have to run down the clock, right? In the gameplay, you can, well, see the objectives like the generators and things being highlighted, like right here. So Noob does the objectives, and notice how every time he does objectives, he gains, like, see, 25, something. That's called karma, right? We can see it under this right here. It says karma. So what it is, well, we don't exactly know what it is yet, but it has to do something, right? At least maybe it doesn't do anything now. Or maybe it is like kind of like a score system where after the game, the match ends, there's this leaderboard of some sort. I don't know. Maybe not, maybe not, you know? But point is, it doesn't do something, at least to us, to the viewers, we don't know what it does right now. So notice right here, you see Caduceus? Or Caduceus, actually. Caduceus right here. This animation is actually a glory kill right here. If you notice patient 0, which is Noah, right here. He's at low HP, right? Very, very low. And suddenly, look at this. He goes in, and that is the glory kill. So yes, the glory kill is basically a finisher. You might see a desync, like, see right here, his body is completely detached. That's just a desync, so it's just a network problem, so I would assume maybe in the future they fix it. But yes, this is the glory kill for Caduceus. Also, we know that Caduceus actually has an ability from this clip alone that you can see right here. He launches some sort of ball or whatever black gooey thing that is straight ahead, and it hits the target. So it hits Noah and takes some of his HP right here. Well, now he's just gone. And swoop in for the glory kill. Okay, now another thing. We can see that there are buffs in this game, right? So there's some kind of buffs, at least 3 here, 2 debuffs and 1 buff. So the third one, the one with the 2 hands, alright? Commander's hand and someone else. I'm guessing this is like stronger together type of thing, where if you stay close to each other, you get some sort of boost. I don't know what it is, but from what I've seen, that is what it is, right? I'm wondering what the empty buff is. Maybe it is not complete yet, so there's no, there's no icon for it in the future. And now he activates an ability. This one, we can see that Noob starts with 3 of them, right? 3 of them in slot number 1. So from what we can clearly see here, it's just a straight walk speed boost, so not really much of a question there. From here, they actually tease us about the hold or carry or to revive the player mechanic. So it is like, when rather than you completely dying, the player will enter a DBNO state or whatever. So you go down first, and then it's kind of like Left 4 Dead or Rainbow Six Siege. The only thing you can do is crawl, and your HP here, it should slowly drain down the longer you're in that state. I'm assuming if you were to carry the person who is down, then the blood loss wouldn't happen, it would just stay still, right? Or you could just straight up revive them. I'm not sure if there's a like a limit to how many times you can go down. I would assume there's at least, let's say, 1 or 2 limit. because from what I can gather, Caduceus, the eagle, can deal a heck ton of damage, and I would say other eagles can also deal that same amount of damage output as well, so it'll be like pretty easy to get someone down. So I'd say maybe 1 or 2 is a good compromise. Okay, so Noah gets hit again, and he's... oh, actually, this time he's completely dead. So maybe you only have 1 chance. Okay, so you only have 1 chance to go down. I don't even know if this is a glory kill anymore, maybe it's just a grab. But I would assume it's a glory kill, right? Or is it just a grab? Maybe glory kill doesn't actually kill them. Or maybe this is still the, the pre-alpha, so they kind of reuse animations. I'm not sure. But all I can say is I'm pretty certain that was the glory kill animation. I'm not sure if it applies to all the stages or it's just only from 5 to 6. I would assume it's only like at the 6th stage, but maybe this could change in the future. Me personally, I would love if it gets redder and redder from like stage 1, 2, 3, 4 until it's fully red in 6, but for now, I think it only goes up at 6. Okay, so now we can see that Caduceus goes in here, and he hits an ability. This, I'm guessing, a slash, or maybe this is just an M1, I don't know. But whatever he does, it looks like a charge, so I'd say it's an ability. The moment he does that, well, of course he loses like health. I'm not sure if they don't have stun on Caduceus' move, where if Noob gets hit, he should be like stunned or slowed down, right? But maybe it is related to his ability, right? So he activates the number 1, which is the Cola or whatever. Basically increases his speed, so it kind of gives him like some sort of iframe, or not actually invisibility, but just a speed type of invisibility, but for speed. So his speed increase right here. This character, I'm not sure if that's a skin, or maybe this is just like a developer's avatar. So yes, that is the Doom skin for Fjord, and we saw the Among Us fucking objective type of stuff. Electrical panel. Okay, and now you can see like once all the generators, right? This is the final generator, and we at 6-6. The screen immediately goes red, right? Because it's the end. This is the last stand or whatever. Y'all have to run to escape, right? This is where everyone has to go to the gates of Ego or whatever it is called to escape, right? So you can see the gates right here. There it is. That's the gate. And if you don't leave, then well, you lose, because if the timer runs out, you lose. So you get killed by Caduceus right here. You lose, right? What is interesting here is this gate, like I said, is the gate of Ego, and well, I think you guys know what the gate of Ego is. It's this one. Same exact one. So yeah, I think it is pretty safe to assume that Poe is Ego, right? Well, I think this gate is gonna be in every map, right? Because I think this is something like kind of a static thing where every map has different themes or whatever, but the gate is one thing that never changes. It's gonna be there, it's gonna be because this is the labyrinth. That maybe it changes like every time the game is played. Like there's this small theory where the labyrinth, whatever is inside the labyrinth, is some sort of like hallucination, right? So the objects around it is shaped by whatever the labyrinth desires or Ego desires. So everything inside there changes, but the door to escape doesn't, if you know what I mean. Lucas is flying. So yes, he has a flying move. Or maybe it's not really flying, he just flies up so that he could charge. So he just flies up so he could charge straight down. Like an impact move like this emote right here. Select this emote similarly to this emote. Maybe he just goes there and he just flies up. He looks like he's flying, but really it's just part of the animation, right? He goes up and then he charges down into a position that he chose, right? And he goes straight into Glory Kill, as you can see. This should be Tyler, right? He's at green HP, gets hit. This is, that is the Glory Kill. This one I can be 100% sure that is Glory Kill. He goes down. Wait, has Tyler been down yet? Maybe at the last stand or whatever. Every death is instant, right? That could be the case. I'll look into it later. Yeah. Maybe he was down before, right? Oh wait, he's not killed yet. He's actually still down. Okay, my bad on that one. But we can see here, the gates isn't open, so I'm assuming that they haven't finished programming the win condition yet, so the gates doesn't actually open in this pre-alpha footage, which also conveniently explains why it just fades out here, right? Because there's nothing to show. So yes, that is Alter Ego. So far, I'm loving it. I would love to see more from what Paradoxum has to offer, because it looks freaking awesome, man. I can't wait to play it. And I hope you guys also would enjoy as well. See ya, bruh.